Damn. Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. But it wasn't just me who was telling you the truth, but so many others as well. From J Rants, Cutthroat Baller, Gamer Wardy, Reborn, Cult Classic Cage, Kyle, Chief Red Star, Fleekazoid, Real Saint, Kid Stain, and many others. Even guys in the comments section. Shout out to the ones who kept it real from the start. While bigger channels wanted to handle this game with kids gloves because they're pals with Volition, we knew after that reveal trailer what fuckery Volition was up to. We didn't back down from the reboot defenders, we stood our ground, and we won. In the end, the truth won. While Metacritic isn't the be-all end-all to determine if a game is really good or not, we can however determine the obvious glitches this game has. This game has an embarrassing amount of glitches, and no bitch, that day one patch won't save this train wreck, and we don't have to play the game ourselves to see how pathetic this game is. The Saints Row reboot was originally going to release on February 25th, 2022, but was delayed to August 23rd, 2022. So, we know what the game looks like after a 6-month delay, but I wonder what it would have looked like if it never was delayed. Yikes. Insane that after a 6-month delay, this game still turned out to be a mess. But glitches aside, the game had other obvious issues, such as its dated graphics and gameplay, cringy dialogue and story, and unlikable characters. While the glitches are not to be excused, let's not forget how horrible everything else is. And maybe next time you guys can polish your game up instead of inviting cocksuckers to Las Vegas to a Saints Row themed event with exclusive goodies. After years with no new Saints Row game, this was the best Volition can come up with. This was going to bring Saints Row back. They really thought this was it, and so many of you fell for it. Some even joined that Deep Silver shill collective. I hope that free hoodie was worth it. It's clear that after Agents of Mayhem, Volition can't make good games anymore. The dev team consists of tone-deaf activists that would fit perfectly with BioWare or Naughty Dog. So if they shut down, then they should be alright. But let's not forget that blank check Volition took from Epic Games. So we know off of that alone, they knew this game was going to be a dud. You clowns wanted to make a game not for the fans, but for a certain audience. An audience that gives two shits about Saints Row. But yet, here we are. We got a game that no real fan wanted. You guys openly dismiss past titles to prop up this game, remove past features to not offend. You wanted that TikTok cancel culture BuzzFeed Tide Pod eating crowd. Smart move, guys. Let's hope for your sake the internet, activists, and journalists grab enough copies of this laughingstock. Go look at video reviews and see what others are saying about this joke of a game. They'll show you the glitches and terrible game design. They'll even show you some of the game's many lame lines of dialogue. Face it, this game is a mess. Once again, this game was delayed for 6 months and still has a shit ton of problems. You'll be able to see and listen clearly when you stop being a corporate slave. Stop trying to be butt buddies with developers that can care less about you. Have some dignity and stop being the company's bitch. All the convenient 2022 Twitter accounts popping up couldn't save this game. Nor could the many Twitter accounts featuring the same profile picture and banner picture. All these oddly convenient accounts dedicated to simping for this game, such as Shitty Saints Row Takes. You know, the account that the devs at Volition follows and likes posts from. All of that couldn't stop the truth from coming out about this game. You know, all this could have been avoided if you hacks at Volition would have done one thing. Listen to your fans. But instead, you want to listen to the weirdos on Twitter with the pronouns and personality disorders. You thought catering to the LGBTQ plus crowd was a great idea. I know it's an easy market to manipulate, but you did so while abandoning your core fan base. Telling us Saints Row was going back to its roots was a lie. You know it was. It was a cheap tactic to get old fans interested. This reboot is clearly not Saints Row, you out of touch, creatively bankrupt twits. I guess making goofy fucks as saints was a good idea. The Hispanic mechanic, shirtless orphan DJ chef, and Steve Urkel was so gangsta and appealing. Oh, and let's not forget the character you really wanted us to embrace. That hard face, goofy sounding, lesbian haircut black bitch called the Boss. This whole crew was a red flag from the start. But since Volition consists of slobs with dyed hair and bad hygiene, of course they saw nothing wrong with this pair of Reset era moderators. They made a new city set in the fucking desert with this piss-colored filter. The city is a ghost town that will be identical to Volition's office in a year. Bullet sponge enemies with brain-dead AI. Health bars on fucking cars because they needed something new to market. Rinse and repeat mission structure right out of Mafia 3. Reuse assets from Saints Row 3 and Agents of Mayhem. All of this is what Volition thought would be a home run with everyone. This game is a slap in the face to Saints Row fans and even newcomers. This game doesn't even come close to games before it. It can't compare to past Saints Row games, especially 2. It definitely can't compare to GTA. Sleeping Dogs kicks his ass, and so does Mafia 2. It can't touch The Getaway or True Crime. Just go play those games and ignore this poor excuse of an open world crime game. This is the drizzling shit compared to other superior games that came before it. But come to think of it, this reboot is not a GTA clone. No sir, this is a Cyberpunk 2077 clone, if you know what I mean. If this is Volition's last game, then so be it. I hope it is. Fuck them. Keep them away from Saints Row. Hell, abandon the IP altogether. Unless Deep Silver gives it to a dev team that isn't comprised of woke pussies. Let's be clear. If this game got good reviews across the board, these reboot fans would keep bringing up the scores. So don't let them try to make the reviews suddenly mean nothing. The reviews and scores most certainly reflect the quality of this game. So reboot fans, what's the next set of excuses going to be now? Keep telling yourself you only care about gameplay and customization. We know the game is clunky and stiff, outdated and lacking any creativity. And no one cares about your queer creative characters that will be glitching off the map. Take all that damage control to the official Saints Row Discord for daily therapy sessions. So now that we, the fans, were proven right about this piece of shit game, since the reviews and gameplay videos exposes this game for the pile of shit it is, what now, reboot fans? All that bad behavior for what? Congratulations, you played yourselves. Have fun with this broken, buggy, unfunny, uncreative, cringy, forgettable bargain bin game. Oh, and keep making excuses for it being a buggy open world game. Go ahead, keep accepting mediocrity. Keep making excuses for these companies. Keep their dick in your mouth and spread your ass cheeks while you're at it. Go on, corporate slave. Blame the consumers for pointing out the game's faults while you refuse to hold the devs accountable for releasing broken games that are unappealing with or without the bugs. This game is shit. Deal with it. You wasted $60 or even more on a lame-ass broken game. In closing, I'll address you all at Volition. You made the same mistakes that many companies have made before. You listened to a small vocal crowd that have opinions on games that were never going to be potential buyers. You catered to people who didn't care about Saints Row. You know how you acted towards criticism. You know how you acted online. You know what kind of game you made and who it was for. And now you got what you fucking deserve. You chose not to listen to what fans wanted for years. You made Gat Out of Hell. Look what happened. You made Agents of Mayhem. Look what happened. And now you made Saints Row 2022. And look what happened. You kept rejecting your fans, and now the fans have rejected you.